I want to get right into it. You started the Queens of Movement, I guess movement. What's that all about? Like,
Well, actually,
let us know about that.
DJ On Point started the Queens
Okay.
movement. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people don't realize and understand that us as artists and as people in the street, we never really dealt with each other before that movement. You know, but On Point was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something that's bigger than all our issues and bring us together. You know what I mean? 3 of the hottest rappers in the streets that's actually out there doing something, which was Ox, Vic, and me. And it's funny how it happened. Landlord had, we all knew Landlord, and he came through the studio that day, and we just made something great. Something that was like one of the biggest Queens songs in years. Like I promise you, if they had to tally it up and see what goes down in history as far as Queens and music, that has to hit them. When we shot the video, the whole Queens was out. Even if this side wasn't liking this side wasn't feeling that side, like everybody came out for that, and it was just crazy. It was an all-day thing from like 6 in the morning to about 11, 12 at night, you know. But basically, you know, we was all repping 4 different sides of Queens. We got it all cornered off, and we just came together and we just made some beautiful music. And we just, like, after that first joint, the response from it was like, all right, we gotta come together, we gotta, you know, put together this project. And, you know, that's exactly what we did.
Awesome. Like the artists that are involved in that, sort of you and Victor Moen, I mean, you're getting airtime on like the major radio station around New York City. You're getting a lot of love from them. You're getting a lot of love from underground.
Yeah.
Like, how? Like, why? What makes your group so sort of like?
Well, basically, before the movement, you know, I was doing my things years prior too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting the radio spins, you know, the 80s baby, you know, a handful of records. You know, Vic was getting his radio spins, and also he's a signed artist also. You know, and Ox was heavy in the clubs. Landlord, he was good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So we just put all that together, and it's just like, how could you deny us? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do my numbers regardless. Like, we're not a group. A lot of people don't understand it. We are not a group. It's a movement. I am my own artist. Like, I'm here by myself right now. Vic is somewhere on the other side of the earth doing what he do, just like Ox and Landlord. But we come together and we form a movement, and it's like an on and off switch.
It's too much talent to contain.
Yeah, too much, you know what I'm saying? So we just all over the place. But you can look out for all of us.
Very cool. So let's talk about you a little more then. Your bio states like your first major break came when you got a call from California.
Yeah.
And you got a call to be involved in a DMX movie. I can't recall the name off the top of my head right now.
Never Die Alone.
Never Die Alone. What did you get out of that? I mean, when you went out there and sort of had a role.
What I got out of it is what I'm trying to put into a handful of the dudes I keep around me in New York. You know, 'cause you see me back on the shows, like 40 of us. It's not even so much of the movie. It's just being out there in that environment and like, this is just totally different feeling. Like, be that close to something that could be much bigger. Like, I think I need to get them out there to feel the same thing that I felt when I got snatched out the hood. And then their drive would be much harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was actually called out there years prior to that. I was out there grinding, you know, from voice on the song. My former manager, he was feeling me. I got involved with doing records with this person, that person, like Game, Keisha Cole, you know, Outlaws, a handful of people. But we had an office out there for a clothing line, and DMX used to come through and just holler at us, and we did a song for the soundtrack. But the movie budget wasn't large enough for a soundtrack, so he was just looking at me. He was like, "Yo, won't you come down for a part?" I was like, "Fucking movie, man." You know, I'm rapping. I want to make this soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Yo, come down for a part." And I went down for a part, actually a bigger part. But due to a little, you know how the game go, somebody else got the part, and they just, you know, they made sure they filled me in there with a little smaller part. But they was filming me, so they wanted to get me involved in it somehow.
Very cool. Is that something that you would like to do in the future? I mean, if you had the chance. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm doing the music because I'm good at it, and I like it. You know, my response from the people keep me doing it. You know, my people's around me. Like, if I was to give them right now, it's like, like, you know how many people would be mad at me? Because so many people is like really looking forward to me to like make this happen, you know. But like, if I was to wake up tomorrow a movie star, I wouldn't be mad. You know, like, not at all. Like, this is something that I'm growing to love a little bit more. But yeah, it's all entertainment at the end of the day.
Now, your lyrics are known to be sort of like gritty, and you're known to sort of kind of bypass that entire diss track, like mixtape sort of path that other rappers have taken. Where do you get the inspiration from your lyrics? I mean, you seem like you've been through a lot in your life.
That's exactly where I get it from. Like, I was out in LA at 19 years old. I was in clubs at an age where I wasn't supposed to be in there. I was seeing women. I done did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like you could put a star stamp on me, right? You know what I mean? Like I done did a lot of things that a lot of these guys in this game is doing now, or they probably haven't even done. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even gonna get too deep into that, but I'm basically, you know what I mean, talking about my life experiences, like the clubs. Like if you hear me on the club record and you hear what I'm rapping about, that's basically the type of shit I'm on in the club. The female shit, like my music overall is aggressive because that's just the type of person I am. You know, I'm like, I done been through a lot, you know. I done been locked up. I done got a new focus. I done came home and been focused ever since. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was for a violent crime, you know. I done been shot. I done been stabbed, you know, from somebody else's case of self-defense. Let's get that straight. But like, these are real life experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I can't switch up and do everything that everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink like that to come out with a pop champagne. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I do enough to make it sound good and believable. This is me. 97% of what you hear in my music is real life. The other 3% is just, you know, just fabricating a little bit just so it sounds good, but that's the game. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear me say I drove around the hood and in the crazy Lambo with doors hanging off and all that, like I might have not been in the hood, but I've done it before. I done sat in there before. I done did the type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. But as far as, you know, if I say I'm gonna go up across your head in the club, that's exactly what we do. If I say we out here and we getting money like this, you know, we doing this and we doing that, that's exactly what we doing. And when I say I feel like I am the hottest in New York City or unsigned at this level period anywhere, I really feel like I am.
So like a lot of the motivation comes from real life. You've also have like I guess a special relationship with a couple artists like Keisha Cole in the game.
Yeah.
How does that keep you motivated? Like kind of seeing their success.
I mean, that's definitely motivation right there. Like other than like Keisha Cole, like me and her, that's my little homie. You know what I'm saying? Like when she was going through her problems and she was newly signed and scope and everything, she used to come highlight me. You know what I mean? Like she was going through a lot of things. You know, I used to like keep her head straight because I seen the vision. I always used to tell her like, you're gonna be a star. Stay focused and shit, you know what I mean? Then to see her actually stay focused and make it happen, like, it feels real good, you know? And then game at the same time. Even when I first came home from being locked up, I got up with Game. I was like one of Game's first artists on the Black Wall Street East, you know, rest in peace to Stat Bonus, but he was kind of involved in it a little bit too. But that kind of fell through because I wasn't really with the GU Not thing, you know what I mean, going against my own hood and everything, so I fell back and I guess he fell back, but at the end of the day, I'm regret it. If I still see him right now, his Slap Me 5 would be the same relationship as it always been. You know what I'm saying? But it feels real good to see Keisha Cole out there. She's a star. Game is a star. And knowing that I was grinding and, you know, switching vehicles with Game and always with Keisha. Every time you see me, you see her. Every time you see her, you see me, like type of shit. And you know I was in that circle. Like, it just feels like it's meant to be. Sooner or later, it's all about time. We all can't do that at the same time.
Yes,
and then I also have, you know, other close friends that signed with deals, like Victor Home and my cousin Slim over at So Def. And, like, it's just like my circle in music, like music been in my life since I was little. My pops used to rap. He was in the ciphers in the park before I was, and I was too nervous to speak. I was like, nah, my shit ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? But that's some real motivation I get from there, from, you know, Keisha Cole's game.
When's the first time you ever spit for a dad? Like,
man, I say probably like everybody rapped. I don't care who it is. Everybody done, at one point done rap before. You know, it started probably like my last year in high school, like around 99, 2000, where in the living room, in the bedroom with our little tape recorder, rapping and everything. I never took it serious, you know. And then everybody else heard me rap except my pops. I was just like nervous. I wasn't ready. He heard some of the music. He was one of my biggest fans at the time and everything. Like, we used to walk around with us. That's when we had the cassette players and all that. Like, we leave the studio with tapes. We wasn't leaving with CDs, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was feeling it. He was trying to plug me with everybody that he knew. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's proud of what I'm doing now because, like, my pops, I can go in this room right now and never change. I still got CDs stacked to the ceiling, tapes and everything. Source magazine, rap pages, you know, all the magazines, everything. Like, that's just always been him, and it's just been instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't never really heard me go in like that. Like, he's listening.
He's listening right now.
And it just gets me lost. Like, I lost my pops when I was like 19, about a month before my son was born. You know, but I got a motivation coming from all over the place. Like, I can sit in a room by myself and be motivated.